Hi, everybody. This is Judy McKee. Today, I'm going to start this course. This is the Daily Entrepreneur. I have my coffee. I hope you have yours. And I'm going to do a little bit of something different. On Tuesdays, I'm going to have an interactive conversation with any entrepreneurs who want to come. Anybody, any questions, I will do my best to answer them. Oh, notice that hair doesn't look that great. I will do my very best to answer them and to offer some good ideas. There will be spiritual ideas, daily to-do ideas, how to get more productivity out of yourself, how to be more effective in less time, how to have a life of an entrepreneur that is so much fun, so enjoyable. To know the difference, for instance, between an item to do and a project. A project always requires time, money, and energy, and probably more than 7 or 8 steps to get it done, which means you might need a partner or partners, other people included. See, there are so many things that you want to learn, that you want to know, actually. See, here's the thing, and I believe this. You already know. The problem is there are barriers between what you know and what you use to make your life more successful. There's a line in the Course in Miracles that says people do not do what is in their own best interest. And it's true. I mean, you can look at your life and see about what things you did or didn't do that you had a choice about it. You made a decision not to do something that probably would have been good for you, but there was something in the way, like fear. So we're going to talk about that because we don't want any fear. It's amazing how many people's lives are actually designed out of the fear that they have. I mean, even the best of spiritual people, sometimes they're so afraid they won't do it right that they get scruples. They worry all the time. So over the next year, it is going to be my goal to share with people, to interact with people, to confront people sometimes, but I'll do it in a nice way, a safe way. A woman that I spoke to the other day, she was complaining about something. And I told her, I said, well, if you complain, then what that means is you have an upset. And I think you were upset before the item for you to complain about came up. Oh, no, Judy, that's not true. I wasn't worried. I wasn't upset. But I came in here and the such and such wasn't this a certain way. And that annoyed me and upset me. And I said, well, I want you to take a very good look at whether or not you were already upset about something when you came in. And then you used the thing that didn't fit your picture to allow yourself to complain out loud. Yeah, that's probably what happened. But I just want you to know that we are here and that I am here, and I have 40 years being an entrepreneur. And I started my business pretty much on a shoestring, but I had one thing that many people don't have today, and that is what I call a net. I was married, and if I completely failed, my husband could have paid the rent anyway. Now, there was a safety in that, there was a real big safety in that. And I think that gave me a little bit of confidence that sometimes the younger people today don't have, because they have to pay their rent. And so they begin to get afraid that maybe they won't have enough to pay their rent. That is a fear of not being able to have a roof over your head or not be able to eat are probably the two greatest fears in the world. And right now in America and all around the world, we have the fear of a pandemic or catching something that's going to make us feel bad, sick. So there's a lot to threaten us out there right now. So the fact is that because there is a lot more that's threatening us, we have to be even more conscious of what we can do to make things safer for ourselves, to do what's in our own best interest, and to see a clear path. You know, Siri says, please proceed to the highlighted route. We should all do that every day, all day. What's the highlighted route? The problem is we don't stop long enough to take a look. And sometimes when we do stop, we see the limitations. We see what makes us worry. We see what's giving us some anxiousness or what's making us feel less confident. And so what we really want is to feel very confident. And now you need to know what it is that would make you feel confident. You know, we have a spiritual part on the dailyentrepreneur.net website. There's also a part called Quick Fixes. Now, Quick Fixes are going to be training programs, and eventually there's going to be a fee involved. But I haven't put any, well, maybe one or two up there so far. But the rest is going to be free. Now, I know that that's difficult because you see, there's nothing free in the world. In other words, you have to give time to it. You have to give up your time, and that's not free, is it? So when you give your time, that's a fee. And that is the fee that you are going to pay. But there is a much higher fee that's actually going to be required if you want to be very, very, very successful in business. And that fee is you are going to have to tell the truth as much as possible. Every day that you can tell more truth. Now, I know a thing about the truth. I've been trying to tell the truth for 50 years. And the thing about the truth is we withhold the truth, even from ourselves. I never have quite nailed it as to why we do that. But I think it's because whenever we tell the truth, it's usually the burden is on us. Or my husband was a pilot, so he used to say, it's a pilot error. It's almost always pilot error, meaning you made the mistake. You backed the wrong horse. You went down the wrong trail. You decided the wrong decision. And over the years, I've come to see that there are no wrong decisions. There is only the truth. So if you tell the truth, which means that you made a decision that did not work effectively for you and your business, you don't have to blame yourself, because that is just to make yourself feel bad or someone else wrong. And when you do that, you rob yourself of the truth. To own up to the truth is to say, I went down that path. Who made that decision? I did. And the path didn't pay off. So now I'm going to make a new decision. I'm going to go another way. And when I go the new way, I am going to intend that my new way work better than my old way. But I am not going to be like the human being in the story of the mouse and the cheese, you know, where if you have cheese, you put it down tunnel 4, and the mouse goes down 1, 2, 3 and finds cheese at the end of tunnel 4. And then the next day you move the cheese to tunnel 3, and the mouse goes automatically to 4 because he can smell cheese, and he maybe goes in and out of tunnel 4 a couple of times. Then he comes out and says, well, that's not working. I'm going to try another tunnel. And he goes down tunnel 3. and he finds cheese. Now, the reason that's such a great story is because a mouse is smarter than we are. A rat is smarter than we are. We go down tunnel 4 saying there was cheese here before and there's going to be cheese here again, not allowing for the fact that the world keeps turning, keeps changing, keeps moving forward with or without us. So here's the goal. Come to the sessions. Get your friends that are entrepreneurs and bring them to. Because what we're going to do over the next year is on Tuesdays, we're going to answer questions. I'm going to answer questions, and I'm going to open the door to conversations. I'm going to ask questions of you, like, what do you use to stop yourself from doing what you said you were going to do? What do you do? What reason do you have? What really good reason do you have for not keeping your word? Or a harder question is, why do you believe that you don't have the answers? Why? Why do you believe that? Why do you hold on to an old-fashioned belief? I mean, I've got a lot of them, but I won't start today, because today what I'd like you to do is go to dailyentrepreneur.net and download all of the paperwork. There are many, I think 4 or 5 different things that you can download. And what I want you to do is I want you to pick 1 or 2 of them to complete. Fill it out. Don't send it back to me. I do not want it. But I want you to tell the truth on it, because nobody will know but you. Nobody's going to correct you. There will be no judge. There will be no evaluation. It will be the truth that you evaluate yourself. And I want you to start today evaluating yourself as the best in the world, the smartest, or better. You know, there's a beautiful blog on Venus Williams, the tennis player. On her blog, she opens by telling you why she named her business 11. And she really makes a beautiful point about the fact that she didn't write the title of her business because she wanted it to be the best, because she felt to say that you are the best means it's over, game over. There's nothing else to do. There's nothing else to be. There's nothing else to have. There's no journey out there for you to keep going forward in. And I thought that was beautiful. So she said she named it 11 because 11 is better than 10. And it may not be the best, but it's better. And her goal is always to be better than she was yesterday. Now, I say that is the most wonderful mission in life, an intention. It's a purpose that you could do better, better, better. You could do better. You could make a difference a little bit better. Sometimes the goals that we set because of these, this whole belief systems about you make it happen, go make it happen. I never liked that. And I never liked it because it appeared that I had to make it happen. And I noticed I have the whole world out there, and I can't make them do anything I want. Or else I would have a magic wand. I like to pretend sometimes that I have a magic wand, but I really don't have a magic wand. So what you get to see today is that we are going to do a lot of things over the course of the next year. And you are absolutely positively welcome to join me. There will be no cost whatsoever, none. There will be trainings that are online that will be under quick fixes on the internet. And those you will be able to purchase so that you could have them, study them, use them with your team. If you're an entrepreneur and you sell, cosmetics or gym clothes or something, you may have people under you and you may want them to learn things. And so the things that will go onto the quick fix section of the website will be lessons. They will be me training you. And I will do those lessons probably on Friday morning. They will be live the first time. That will be 7:30 Pacific time. All time will be Pacific time because that's where I am on the Pacific timeline here. So if you attend it, yes, that will be live and you will be welcome. But if you want to see it on demand, there will be a fee of an annual fee of some kind. I think it says $150 a year. I'm not sure. But you can then take all the trainings that are there and use them for your own group. You are welcome. And my goal here is, see, I'm kind of leaning out. I'm not actually out because I can't imagine what I would do if I don't do this. I've been in the classroom and I've been teaching people for 40 years. I started in 1979. And last year in November, I had my 40th anniversary. And just as I was getting a little glow on, for 2020, the pandemic struck. And I realized this is an amazing time in history. And we're going to do a lot of things online, which would be great access for me. And I could enjoy the self-expression that I like to do, teaching other people, that I could feel like I'm still making some kind of difference, even though I'm older, but I am wiser. I have certain qualities and mainly the lessons that I've learned that actually work. And it would be my pleasure to share them with you and support you, because entrepreneurship is the best, because you get to do what you want. You get to do what you love. You get to be successful. No one is there to do it for you, just you. And when you know how, and when you know what to do, and when you feel like you know and you know, that kind of confidence cannot be bought. You can't find it anywhere. It's inside of you, but you are the one who has to bring it alive. Absolutely. Every single time. The daily entrepreneur, what I mean by that is it happens every day. You're going to do things every single day. You're going to do things that work every single day. You're going to find out what works and what doesn't work every single day. I mean, you can take a day off. You can take a week off if you want. But the goal is going to be constant movement forward. Now, you see, if you notice something, the globe that you live on constantly moves forward, and there is no doubt that it is going to continue to do that. And it also moves around the sun, as well as twists while it's going around. And this never, ever changes. So if you're standing still, you're not moving forward with the planet. I say move forward with the planet. Why not? Why not do what nature does? Keep on growing. Be extravagant. Trees have too many leaves. Apples fall off and rot on the ground because there's so many. The universe is generous. The universe is overabundant and wasteful. And what can happen is you can thrive by moving with the universe instead of struggling to put some boulder out there that's going to roll down back over you, or push a noodle up a hill. That is so hard. It's so smart to notice that you never question gravity, do you? You never do. You absolutely never question it. You don't get up in the morning and wonder if today the gravity on this planet will not work and I will fly off. You don't do this. You never do this. Instead, you trust it. Well, how about trusting the law of attraction? How about trusting that? Now, Here's an interesting thing about the law of attraction. It isn't God. Now, the reason it isn't God is because it's neutral. It can be bad or good. In other words, you could attract a negative thing. So that means the law of attraction doesn't care what you think, but it will provide what you thought. It is the law. It is just like, like that. See, gravity is neutral. It doesn't care if you're a nice person, it does that. And then if you're a mean, ornery person, it still does that. So you can use the law of attraction because it is your law. It is the law of the planet. So therefore, we'll talk a lot about the law of attraction, not in terms of anything religious or spiritual, but in terms of how the world really works. You see, everything that you doubt and worry and concern yourself about, everything, that's the block. That's the block. People don't see they're in their own prison. You made the prison, and you didn't mean to, but you decided that something could stop you. Now you have to find out what works, and you have to find out what doesn't work. So come along with us for this year. I think that you'll really like it. I think that you'll get a lot out of it. You'll learn how to do things in terms of allowing things to happen. When it comes time to closing the sale, you'll know what to say and how to say it. If you make the sale or you don't make the sale, you will know how to treat yourself. We are never going to beat up ourselves ever. No, we're going to learn. We'll learn from our mistakes, and we will make them. So this year will be about how to be on your own, how to survive as an entrepreneur, how to thrive as an entrepreneur, how to do the things that are in your own best interest, because it's okay. Being selfish is a good thing. It's been termed bad, but it is not bad, because there's nobody coming to save you. You have to think of yourself. And what's really interesting is that the people that you talk to at a networking meeting or something like that, they don't care. They don't care about you. They don't. Now, it's nothing personal. They just care about themselves. So we're going to learn how to put some attention on what they want so that they can feel safe and good. And if your product works for them or your service is good for them, you will learn how to speak it in terms of being a wonderful, alive entrepreneur who lives a life of joy, peace, and takes home a whole lot of money for all the things you want. All right. Thank you for listening. That's my opening session. Let me talk a minute. Friday morning, there will be a session, and I believe it's on closing techniques. Yes, that's just because everybody asked about it. Oh, how do I close? How do I close? How do I close? So we will talk about closing on Friday. It will be a 30-minute training session. You're welcome to join us. And if you do, that lesson will then go up onto Quick Fixes. And it will be, I think it's going to be open for 30 days. I don't know the rules yet. I'm learning them. I'm just here to serve you. I just work here. And I have a team that supports me and takes care of all the other stuff. All right? So if you have a question, here's what you do. You send me an email to judy@judymckee.net, and you send me that email and ask me a question. And next Tuesday, I will bring your question up and I will talk to the audience. By the way, tell your friends, I hope next week we'll have some live people online. asking me questions. That's my goal. That's my intention. My purpose is simply to share what I know in a way that may make your entrepreneurship easier, smoother, richer, and more satisfying. That's my goal. All right, I'm out of here. Have a wonderful day. I will talk to you next week.